Hi again then guys, and so we now have full visual confirmation of all of the main features arriving in the 1.42 patch, but before we get into the, you could say good stuff, of course you'll have seen the title and the thumb, because are we really disappointed at this kind of stuff anymore? There's no Spa. Spa is not arriving in this update, despite once again showing it in the Nations Cup stuff. I'm not even mad anymore. I'm just kind of sick of talking about this stuff, how they consistently show the community stuff and don't give it to us until months later. It's pretty much the dumbest form of marketing for a game you could possibly do, because it shows yet again how the 1%ers are given all of the attention, all of the early access stuff, and the rest of the community gets the table scraps. So it's pathetic as far as I'm concerned, and doubtless we'll talk about that more in the future. But as far as this trailer goes, we have confirmation of the 5 cars, a couple of which were pretty obvious anyway, like the S2000, the Mitsubishi GTO, and the S13 Silvia, and also of course the other 2 were visually confirmed anyway, the late 90s Subaru, which is interestingly the coupe and not the sedan. I would have actually preferred the sedan because it would set it apart even more from the 22B, and there's already a lot of controversy around it being so similar, so having another coupe is not a bright idea as far as I'm concerned. And the final one, of course, the Corolla 11, which once again is an awful lot similar, essentially the same car underneath as the Sprinter Truno. Once again, I actually love the Corolla 11 over the Sprinter. The issue that I have with it is that the Sprinter's already in the game, making this one completely moot as far as I'm concerned. It's just a car with a different facelift. Who cares? When you add so few cars anyway, every car that they add should mean something, not just a needless facelift as something that's already in the game. And to add on top of all of this, no Spa, a couple of cars which are awfully similar to what we already have, and rain is arriving. Kind of. Because, as I believe I mentioned before, I think I did, I mentioned it in one of the cuts of the video anyway, I don't know if it met the final cut, but it's only on one track. It's just the Red Bull Ring. So, whoopee-doo, we've got rain. So all in all, it's going to be a controversial update. It certainly is for me. And, I mean, who cares anymore? They're consistently disappointing the community with these updates, so it's not going to get any better as far as I'm concerned at this point. This has gone from being one of the best fan service updates to just completely not delivering on it at all. But overall, yeah, I'd say I'm pretty disappointed. I'm not a huge fan of any of the cars in the pack anyway, and I'm not actually a huge fan of Weather or Spa for that matter, but I'm kind of disappointed on behalf of those of you who were excited, and for those of you who were, I think that's a shame. Well, it is a shame. It's a huge catastrophe of a shame because they're hopeless. Let's be honest. Polyphony is hopeless as far as dealing with the community, keeping us in the loop. They constantly don't give us the information that we need, and the information that we are given, especially visually, is oftentimes not stuff that we get at that point anyway. They show us the X2019 Red Bull, we don't get it for 2 months. They show us Spa, probably be another 2 months before we get that. They show us Rain, another 2 months before we get that. It's just this consistent track record of annoying the fans, antagonizing them, and again, constantly giving all of the attention just to the Nations Cup. So, well done, Polyphony. Keep going the way you're going, and there's going to be a whole lot less people playing this game a couple of months from now. But that's it overall for the confirmation. Of course, stick around on the channel for all of the reviews and tunes and all that kind of stuff. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.